Hello.
All right, stream. We got AJ just joined us here from the Trusted Prop. We're sitting in the sidelines here. 3 minutes, 30 seconds. We're going to start. We're going to talk about the prop firm industry. We're going to talk about how to find the most reliable props. We're going to do a little bit of trading. Tune in, share this around, guys. This is a good one. $50,000 Maven account for the best question. Check. Right. AJ, you got your camera working? I seen it working before. He's telling me in the background here that the office is under construction. Perfect.
Hey.
Okay, we can see the beautiful face. Welcome to the podcast, man. The way that it goes here is, you keeping the camera off? What's going on, man? There you go.
I'm not keeping the camera off. I'm just looking at the position.
Right on.
Too much somebody.
Welcome to the Maven podcast. The way it goes here is we hang out. The audience is going to ask us some questions. There's nothing serious. This is not an interview. We're just chatting. We're shooting the shit. There's some trades potentially going on in the background. I was worried, man. I wasn't getting a message back from you. until like literally we started the countdown, and then he
Yeah.
joined in.
No, was just informed by my team, so I'm really sorry for the delays.
Yeah, all good, man. So as usual, guys, in chat, if you're watching along, share this around with everyone so you can increase your odds of getting a Maven challenge here. But whoever's got the best question for AJ is going to get a free Maven 50K account. Right. So it's recent news that you've moved to Dubai,
Yes, I did.
right? Tell me about that move, man. How do you like Dubai compared? Because it's the hot spot in the industry, right?
Agree. So, for me, one of the reasons why I moved to Dubai was, I am from India. And in India, the taxations regarding the forex trading and everything is a bit into gray area. And especially when we say the crypto. So I think moving to Dubai was one of the biggest decisions of my life. And it did change the way, like
Yeah.
how I transact, how I withdraw the money, and while in India, even though I am getting my money in crypto, it was not a legal income. But now, since I'm in Dubai, all my
Yeah.
income is legal.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things that I saw in terms of money.
So it's making your business operations much smoother than I suspect, eh?
Yes,
Yeah, right
yes,
on.
and also taxes. I'm saving more taxes,
Totally.
and
Hunter, AJ didn't want to come to South Africa because we beat them in cricket.
Yeah.
and second thing that I have observed when I moved to Dubai, because I belong from Mumbai,
Yeah.
and the rents in Mumbai, they are like $2,000, $3,000 a month, and I feel that the rents, they are a bit cheaper in Dubai compared to what we see in Mumbai, from
It,
place where I live. So
it's cheaper in Dubai.
yeah, somewhat cheaper in Dubai, and
No
Oh,
my
way.
lifestyle, my lifestyle in Dubai is much cheaper than what it used to be in India.
Yeah.
Because the car that I'm getting, I recently got a car which used to cost like $50,000 in India, and I got it for $25,000 in Dubai, around 25, $26,000 in Dubai.
Wow.
So I'm saving a lot,
So I had no idea. I thought Dubai was expensive.
yeah.
No, Dubai is Dubai is not that expensive as people see, because if you are living at a place where let's say Marina Bay, or let's say, but I just a second. Okay, so okay, okay. Sorry. Uh, I am living in Dubai. Okay, but if you are living in, let's say, Marina, or somewhere around Burj Khalifa,
Yeah.
then or business way, then of course you are going to spend crazy amount of
Oh, I
money.
see. Okay, so
Yeah.
there are areas that you can ball out and spend tons of money, but most of Dubai is
Yes.
not that expensive.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
cool.
I'm having my meal also outside, so it's like only costing me $5 to $10 a day.
So
Even. Mhm.
the audience is like, bro, Canada is the most expensive on earth. No, 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 no. You've got that wrong. Canada has become poor. It's expensive to live here for how much you're getting paid. Because the Canadian peso has really dropped.
Canadian peso.
Yeah. So we have a lot of Indian traders and Indian watcher viewers, right? What sort of
Yeah.
advice would you give them? Let's say they wanted to get into Dubai. How does that work?
Okay, so firstly, for me it was pretty much easy, because my uncle, they were already living in Dubai,
Okay.
and there is a company that I have used to get into Dubai, and it costed me like almost $4,500 for everything. So it got me a license for 1 year. I got 2 years of what I can say residency visa, my insurance, my everything, like everything got covered within $4,500. So this is something that everyone should keep in mind. Another thing is that don't go with people online who promise you cheap, what I can say, visa, or a freelance visa or something like that, because those people, they are scam, and
Okay.
they know that Indians want to go to Dubai anyhow, so they will scam you.
Okay.
So something that you should be looking is go with a legal vendor, or go with a vendor who has a actual track record.
Okay. So use a service to kind of import here,
Yes,
so it's
use the
easier.
service.
Cost you
Yes.
4 or 5 grand.
Yes, and after
I
that
see.
after that it's like 2K annually that you have to pay for the license and your
Yeah.
visa.
Yeah. Per
One
year.
K for 2 years. Yeah, per year it's like 1 to 1.5K for the license.
And
approx.
you know, as a trader, like that's not too bad. If you're
Yeah.
spending, let's say, 10 grand or something to get yourself into Dubai, you know,
Mm.
the amount of money, I imagine you're going to be making way more money networking properly, you know, meeting other
Agree.
people, right?
Agree.
Yeah.
Agree. The one thing is, in Dubai there are events that keeps going on. You will see crypto events, you will see forex events, and
Yeah.
so many trading events. So you got infinite opportunities. You can connect with so many people
Yeah.
out there.
The IFX happens there too. I'm sure
Yeah.
we'll be at the
Yes.
IFX
Yes,
next
I'm
year.
there. I'm there.
Yeah. James, you're going to come up for the IFX probably too, eh?
Yeah, I'm getting nice passports at the end of this year, which will help me come to
Yeah.
the States and stuff like that too. So for sure.
Cool. So I'm seeing a lot of questions, guys, that are relatively trading related.
Mhm.
AJ, you're not a trader, right?
Okay. Not everyone knows I was a trader. I
You
have taken
were.
like yes, I have taken like more than 250K to 300K in payouts already with prop firms across many prop firms.
250K?
Yes, sir. I have certificates also,
Wow,
and
man.
but it's been like almost 1 year now. I am not trading. I am
Okay.
fully into business. Like if you have seen my podcast with Raja Banks, so one thing that I have mentioned is trading is something which can give you money, but it can't make your fortune. So trading was something which helped me out to get my initial capital
Yeah.
to build my base, and now I am fully into business.
Okay. So you know what that tells me immediately is the trusted prop is absolutely booming, right? Because if you've made 250K trading and you're like, it's not worth my time anymore.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's fantastic, man. Business is doing you well then. Great. So maybe we can ask some of these questions then. And Ashish, or is it Anish? Maybe it's Anish. I don't know. Maybe it's just anyways. Um how do I control my emotions and avoid psychological mistakes? Right? If you're making 250K in trading, you clearly know how to control yourself, huh?
That's something which comes with experience. The
That's
thing
it.
is, that's it. It comes with experience. But
Okay.
the thing is, you should be ready to get the experience, because sometimes what happens, we have our own ego, we have our own, let's say, personal expectations, which becomes what I can say obstacle for us to overcome the fear. So if you keep your ego, your expectations aside, then you
Yeah.
can easily overcome that. It's the simplest way.
Okay. I see you. Where's Emma? Emma is back home now. She's jet lagged. So again, we're gonna have to do it without her today, guys. Cool. Um,
Is it just you, AJ, that's working on the business on the trusted prop?
We got a team of 28 as of now, and 8 more under the hiring.
Jeez,
28.
that's crazy.
Yes.
That's fantastic stuff.
Yeah.
That is, you know, you got into the review sort of industry, the review of prop firms somewhat early. You know, you
Yes.
have a couple competitors, but I think it's majorly like there's the one competitor, right?
Agree.
You got in after them, right?
No, to be
You were
honest.
before.
Yes. So we were here since 2021
So tell
in this
tell me the
industry.
story of how you got started with the trusted prop.
Okay, it's a very funny story. It was my final years, and I was in my college washroom, not even like somewhere, and like there are my practical exams going on, and I just went to the washroom for some kind of cheating, and then I saw a tweet from Matt which said that there are some property sites which charged 30K, 45K monthly for the
Yes,
listing,
I
and he
remember those
shared a
days.
screen. Yeah, and he shared a screenshot, and then quickly I got an idea in my mind. Okay, so here this is one property site, and then when I googled, there was literally no other property site out there. And secondly, the thing that clicked into my mind was, okay, everything is fine, but is there any property site which actually provides the information, and not just, let's say, 5 or 10 different forms that, okay, select from this, select from this 6 or this 7. So me and my partner, we came up with an idea that, okay, we are going to build something which is not going to be the place where we are promoting any specific firm, but where you can find details of all the prop firms.
Yeah.
And then
Mm.
you literally won't believe, by the end of 2023 we were making zero money from the trusted prop. and it was like just a WordPress website which was providing information, and till then we were making zero revenue, zero ads, nothing.
Yeah, yeah.
And by the beginning of 2024 we decided, okay, why not, let's begin with the coupon codes and everything. And then around the month of what I can say, June 2024, we made literally like 30K 40K within the month. We
Wow.
implemented the coupon code.
Once you
So
started monetizing it, just a
yes,
huge
once you,
boom. That's amazing, man. So you really built up the reputation first, did it all for free for a while, gave the
yes,
information, and then, okay, now people do like the service. Okay, we're going to monetize it.
yes.
That's
So
awesome.
it
So
took us really long time.
this was original idea then, basically, was it not?
Yeah, that's pretty cool, dude.
Now people are flooding into the markets. There's lots of competition. How are
Yeah.
you how are you handling now that you were one of the first, let's say, right?
Yeah.
Um,
So
and now it looks like maybe there's 10 other guys trying to get in,
mhm.
do exactly what you're doing. How are you handling that?
Okay, so if you ask me, firstly, I don't consider them as competitors. The reason is I got only one competitor that
uh,
and for me, my I am a, you can say that, okay, my competitors, they are coupon based, right? So they are trying to monetize their platform by just selling the coupon codes. They got no other information. And one of my competitor, you know them, so they have value that they provide to the users, but
yeah,
other competitors, they have zero value for the users other than coupon code. And if you find how we are placing ourselves, is we are placing ourselves not as a coupon centric site, but as an information centric site, so it
yeah,
plays a complete different roles. And if you see our web traffic is literally 1 million page visits every month that we are getting. So I don't think so any other competitor of mine, like, I think there are only two review sites in the industry that are getting more than 1 million visits.
yeah. Well, okay. Are you worried that one of these guys will eventually, start to come up and take your spot?
No, because one thing that everyone lacks is consistency in the
Okay,
review
I see.
industry.
Yeah, yeah. So tell me about consistency then. How do you manage to stay, I guess, if you're consistent as a trader and you're also
Yeah,
consistent as a business owner, you know, what sort of tactics do you use to ensure that stability over the course of, years? Because you've been doing this for years now, man.
yeah.
Yeah.
So with this, I can recall a quote. So I have read one book you might be knowing as Atomic Habits. I just have this book in front of me right now, and in this book there is a curve called as success curve. So what it actually means is, let's say even if you are trading, so for the first 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, you won't be seeing any results, but suddenly at one point you will see that, okay, you are making thousands of dollars. But to achieve that point from where your curve is going up, it takes time and consistency. And
Yeah.
that's the thing that everyone should know, that it's a curve, and the curve, it's like a flattened line at the beginning, and
Yeah.
after a few years you can see the curve going up
Is that
suddenly.
the one that goes
Yeah.
exponential? I think I know the
Yes,
graph you're
the
talking
exponential
Yeah.
about.
curve.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
one
it's just like a,
1% a day progress.
yes, 1% a day curve.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay.
So it's like a bamboo tree. So if you see the bamboo tree, you won't see anything for years, and then suddenly within few weeks a complete tree is grown up. So
It's kind of like the
consistency.
trading, right? Similar to the trading.
Yes.
You've been doing it for
Yeah.
years. Any business, any entrepreneurial business, I think is like that.
So how do you keep the motivation, AJ? When let's say you were doing it for a year and you didn't see any progress, you know what I mean? And you weren't even monetizing. Where did that passion come from? How did you keep that motivation for yourself?
Okay, so with this, there are a few things. Firstly, um, motivation is like, it's different for every people. Some people masturbate out of motivation or out of dreams. You know what I mean, right? So I realized that long back, and and secondly, since I was trading and I already have few side businesses that
Yeah.
keeps running, that gives me constant cash.
Yeah.
So I was having no kind of mental stress that, okay, I need to make this anyhow profitable, or else I will go into debt, I will go into some kind of issues, struggles. So I think that's a bigger motivation, because you know what your goals are. At the same time, you have something in the background that's already generating cash revenue.
Yeah. Interesting. So, James, that's like kind of exactly what we talk about all the time is, hey, don't make trading your sole source of income or your complete life consuming aspect, right?
Yes,
You know,
agree.
if you keep trading on the side, then it gives you the freedom to be motivated forever, right?
Yeah,
Agree.
and also you don't put pressure on your trading as well. Your trading
Exactly.
results too. You know, agreed.
Mm.
Okay.
What's the
What
chat?
were you swing trading? What type of trading were you doing personally, AJ? Like, was it swing trading, day trading? What were you doing personally?
Swing trading, because day trading is not
Okay.
my cup of tea. As a day trader, I always fail, but as a swing trader, I always won most of my trades.
Nice.
Meaning,
Okay.
I never look below 4 hour chart
Okay.
on my trading.
Okay. So
And mhm.
there's a question here. You say you win most of your trades?
Okay, so like firstly, the reason why I stopped trading was many firms they had this news rule, like
Yeah.
almost 1 year ago, and as a swing trader, this news rule was something which forced me to stop trading for with prop firms, because most of these swing hits they go during news. So this was one of the reasons again why I
Yeah.
stopped
Okay.
trading.
So the swing trading wasn't really viable anymore. I see.
Mm.
Yep.
So there is a question here. How can you consistently predict the market then?
Okay, so there is something which I have learned. So first is I used to look at commitment of traders. I think many of the users might know here, and there is a website called as Insider Week where you can get graphical view of commitment of traders. Secondly, I used to look at seasonality. So seasonality is something which have actually helped me a lot out. And third thing that I used to look is divergence for the long term, along with order blocks and
Okay.
fair value gap
Mm.
of ICT. That's the simple strategy, nothing else. No indicators, nothing else. And a market shift is important for that time frame.
So I've got a kind of a question here. I'm going to alter here from the audience a little bit. You know, the question is, what are the behavioral differences between profitable and non-profitable traders? Um, let's gear this a little bit towards the trusted prop. Do you have any insights on what a successful trader looks like versus an unsuccessful trader, being that you are not a singular prop firm, you're the entire industry as a whole,
Yeah.
basically. I want to get some information on that because you see all of the traders.
Okay. Firstly, you won't see successful traders on social media. That's something I will realize.
Oh, I guess
Because
I'll pack my bags and get off stream then. Hey,
no, not this way, but the people who are showing off Lambos and let's say luxury lives on social media, they are not real traders. This is something that you will observe once you go on the ground and once you see other traders who are actually trading, who are actually doing the proprietary trading and trading with firms,
yeah,
managing money. You won't find these people going on social media and shouting, "Okay, I manage billions of dollars, millions of dollars." So this
yeah.
is first, because the successful traders they hate showing off. This is what I have seen. And if we see the trader who are a failure, they will show off a lot. Even if they make $100 payout, they will be like, "Oh, I made $100 payout, CCC."
Yeah.
This is one of the things that you will see first.
So how do you identify then a great trader if they're not right in your face and bragging about it? You know what I mean? How are you going to find them?
Okay, so first thing, you
Yeah.
won't find any trader roaming around the street. You can find a good trader only on the expo, because only serious people will visit the expos, not the
The
people
expo.
who are here. Yes,
Okay.
expos
That,
is the only way.
that's an interesting take actually, is to go to trading events because that's where the guys hang out, the serious guys that actually have, 'cause they're
I
not flexing, but they
yeah,
are
I
involved.
I I attended an event. I don't know if that's true for South Africa because I attended an event in South Africa and a couple of clowns there for sure.
I think it's probably the most likely place, is what he's saying, right?
Yeah, for sure,
Yeah,
sure.
I'm sure there's a lot of people there just for the marketing too.
Oh yeah,
agree.
At least in South Africa, that's for sure. Jeez.
Agree. But yeah, and you won't find time pass traders going to expose anytime.
I got a question from Zanchi here. I'm gonna again alter it slightly, Do you offer any
Is that
sort
it?
of tools to help traders, and what sort of tools are best for traders in the prop space?
Okay, so there are many tools that we provide on our platform, and one of the most used tools on our platform is the consistency calculator.
Yeah,
So right now, many firms they introduce consistency rules 30%, 40%, 50%, and this is the tools that is being used by hundreds of traders daily on my platform.
yeah. The
So this is the
consistency
tool.
rules. I actually got a question earlier, just 10 minutes ago, on
Mhm.
the chat. They said, "I don't understand the consistency rule."
Mhm.
So that automatically calculates for them, so that
Yes.
they don't have to think.
Yeah.
Yes. So let's say you are trading a 10K challenge. So you can input everything on the consistency calculator, and it will say, okay, you should not make profits more than $300 or $350. So it will automatically say you to meet the consistency rule. These are the things that you have to meet:
Yeah.
maximum profits, daily profits, etc.
That's great. So you're really going down the route of exactly what you're saying, is providing information, providing tools um, that are going to help the trader, rather than just an affiliate platform that gives them 5% off or whatever. Right.
Agree. Agree.
Right on. And what other tools do you have on there that you'd like to
There are
share?
many. We have like PIP calculator, lots of those are the basic tools. Nothing much extraordinary. But something that we have unique is the consistency rule calculator.
Yeah. Um.
And very soon we are bringing one tool, which is called as what I can say, sentiments, market sentiments. That is
Yeah.
from sentiments. So it will take current situation of Trustpilot, Discord community, likes and dislikes, and then it will say that if a firm is going to perform over the long term, or what
Oh.
is the current sentiment about those firms.
So it's a social media sentiment calculator.
Yes, not social media, but we see overall many things. We see the Trustpilot, the Discord server, and then
Yeah.
Instagram post, Twitter post, the people who are liking on our platform, dropping the reviews. So it will combine all these things, all the
Yeah, but
sentiments.
not just longs and shorts is what I'm saying, is like their
Yes,
actual mind sentiment. Yeah.
yes, yes.
That's fantastic. That's a really cool feature, actually.
And another tool that we are going to launch, not a tool, but a feature, is that where we are going to show the actual office of prop firms on our website.
Oh
So we
wow.
will be going there, we will be showing, catching the photos, and we will be showing, okay, this is the actual office for the prop firm.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's not just any offshore firm.
Interesting. We get it's a funny thing, is we get a lot of, maybe not flack, but we get messages. They're like, "Where's Maven
Mhm.
office?" Right? Why don't
Yeah.
you guys have an office?
Hmm.
And it's funny. It's like, why would we? We're a global company. That
Hmm.
I live in Vancouver.
Yeah.
John and Emma live in Halifax. Seb lives in Norway. How are we supposed to go to an office? Our office is right in front of me. It's the
Yeah.
computer, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's interesting that only a couple firms have offices. Like, unless you're centralized, which
Mhm.
doesn't make sense in the forex world.
Mhm.
Um, you
It's
know,
just a waste of money, dude, as well.
yeah,
Like, why would you have to go into office when you can work from home, bro?
yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
We are looking at setting up like a centralized space
Sure.
Hmm.
um, in Cyprus, but again, not necessarily an office, more like a place that we can, I guess it'd be an office, but so that we can hang out and chat in person. But yeah, it's interesting.
Well,
Um,
with this office is something, okay. The trusted prop, we were completely offline before we had our own office. But once like we got our office, we called out all our team from across the India. Someone from like Bihar, from South India. We called every them in Mumbai, and then we provided them place to stay. And one thing that I have observed personally is that we saw boost in productivity, and the team, they were more understanding, and they more connected with each other compared to working online or working digitally. So this is something that I have personally observed with my
okay,
own team.
yeah, yeah, good, good, good.
Yeah.
James, you got any questions here? I'm scrolling
Yeah,
through,
someone
and
asked a question earlier. I think it was quite a good question. It's like someone, they were like, "I don't earn a big salary. How can I start being a trader?" I think Mark answered to that kind of would be like start small, but I'm interested to get AJ's answer on that as well. Like, how do you start off? Like, how do you start making money being a trader by with not earning the biggest amount of salary?
Okay, so firstly, I would say stop over learning. I'm not saying you to stop learning, but
Mm.
stop over learning. That's something that is important, because you will find gurus who will say, okay, learn trend lines and then learn candlesticks, then learn candlesticks pattern, ICT, SMC, then read this book, that book. There are so many things. But once you start over learning is like a kind of, again, you are just overthinking and over learning. So first stop over learning and decide what you want to do and from where you want to start.
Mhm.
Mm.
So how would you realistically go about scaling? Because I'm combining with another question I seen earlier too.
Sure.
Um, using prop firms, maybe under the trusted prop or something, right? And
Mhm.
you're saying don't over lend, but still lend. So how would you realistically go about that? Like, what accounts would you
Okay,
buy?
so now I'm not talking about I'm talking about over learning. So basically, what happens? People, they will start. They will keep learning different strategies.
Oh, over
Keep,
learning.
yeah, over learning.
Oh, I heard
So
over
they will
lending.
no, over learning. So people, they will, let's say,
Oh,
start
lending,
with
yeah.
trend line, and then they will do what I can say candlestick patterns, and then ICT, then SMC, then book one, book two, book three. So what I was saying is that firstly you have to stop over learning and implementing what you have learned, what you have learned through the videos or books that you have seen. And regarding the scaling, I would say the personal rule that I used to follow was, once you get funded, never risk more than 0.5%. The simplest rule to get
Mhm.
your accounts scaled. And never withdraw more than 4% or 5% in a single take from any firm.
Is that because of withdrawal rules, or is that because of
Uh,
probability of trading?
no, that's not the because of withdrawal rule, but there is a dark secret in the industry. So this dark secret is, Maven is not connected with this part of dark industry because I have seen them personally, but 80% of the firms, they are connected with one single entity, one single tech provider. And
Oh yeah.
if they feel like, okay, this particular person is a profitable trader, he is taking lots of payouts, that guy will get banned like from almost 80% of the firms within a single shot. And it
Wow, you're
actually
you're you're
happens.
you're blowing my mind here right now. Actually, I think this might be news to a lot of people in the audience too. 80% are connected via one centralized
Yes. Yeah.
identity.
Yes. Right now we are
Wow.
seeing that different
Yeah.
tech providers coming up, but previously it was like more than 95%.
Are you referring to like a tech provider?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, I see.
I think
And
.
yeah, and the tech provider is shadow banning, I suppose, was what you're
Yeah.
saying, if
Yeah,
somebody's
so
profitable.
so what they will do is they will check your email, they will check your device ID and everything, and if they find a pattern, they will not allow you to purchase the challenge. They will say
Hmm.
something went wrong at the purchase itself.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I see that as like it's an issue because if somebody is toxic trading, sure, go ahead and ban them across the
Yeah,
network.
but
Yeah,
if they're trading normally to make money, it's a bit of a shit one.
I agree. I have experiences with the traders. There is a trader from Pune in India, and this guy, he's a very well known trader. Like, he's trading for almost 9 to 10 years, and he made like 45K from one prop firm, and then suddenly he got banned like from more than 15 firms at once, suddenly.
Wow.
And
Yeah, ones that you've
and
never even touched, eh?
yeah, and he was trading that account for more than like 7 months,
Wow, that's
and
impressive.
still he got banned with, with so many firms. And if you go out, you can see so many traders who get banned for being profitable, and that's the
Yeah,
reason I'm saying never withdraw
yeah,
more than 4 or 5% at
yeah.
once.
And luckily, I mean, I'm not crazy big into the prop firm space, but I don't think I've ever been banned from one. Maybe I've been banned because I've been an owner of a different firm, and they've just like, yeah, you're not allowed on. Sorry,
Yeah.
but for my actual trading, I don't think it's ever happened. James, have you ever been banned?
No, dude. I do
No.
have a friend. I do have a friend that's been banned.
Yeah.
I won't name the company, but they shadow banned him. Like he couldn't purchase new accounts. But I think he did. Yeah, I mean, he was kind of he was like risking
Yes.
like 8% a trade, dude. So I
Yeah.
was like, I told him like, I mean, what do you expect? You are risking 8% a trade,
Yeah.
So it's
You're
kind of understandable. Yeah,
you're basically churning the account, making the account one
correct.
trade. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I've got a buddy, I won't say his name, that
Mm.
he's quite large influence that he does prop firm stuff. And what he does is very similar. Is he churns it and
Mm.
he bets the full account every single time.
Yeah.
And then that's a good way to get banned. Hey AJ, what sort of advice would you give to a trader to ensure that they don't get banned then? I'm sure you see traders complain about getting banned all the time, eh?
Yeah. So I have seen traders who get banned because of their own mistakes, not mistakes, but because of their own toxic behaviors with prop
Yeah.
firms. And three common reasons are: firstly, because they take over lots, or they try to flip the account, and second reason is they try to fight with the staff of the firm.
They'll fight
They
with them.
will, yeah, they will
Ah.
fight with them.
People are getting banned because they're rude.
Yes. You can,
Hey,
people will go like, okay, you have not processed my withdrawal, it's been 3 days, 4 days, and then they will start like fighting with the staff, and staff is like, okay, we are banning you.
you know what? There. It's kind of an odd thing because if you're running a business, it's like, okay, as long as like you do need to make the customer happy. You can't just really ban them for being rude.
Yeah,
agree.
yeah.
You-
That's
you-
a bit of a tough
you-
one,
you-
but that's fine. Jeez.
I would say it's perfectly acceptable to ban someone if they're trying to destroy your company
Yes.
through
Yeah.
FUD or something like this, right? But just being rude in the tickets is
And
that's hilarious.
and the third reason is because someone posted on Twitter.
There's a list.
Yes. Third reason,
Yeah.
yeah, so these are the three things why people get banned. And if you ask me some things that traders should take care of, firstly, don't over risk during the, what I can say, phase one, phase two. And
Yeah.
second thing is research for about like I can give you a hint. Just go out, take randomly any 15 firms, check their UI, and you can find out that 13 of out of those 15 firms, they have very similar UI. And
Very
then
very
you have,
similar UI.
yes, you can check
The
the login register page and
Yeah, okay.
dashboard stats.
It's just
And
a clone.
yes, so you have to try to diversify yourself between different firms, not like okay, you want to diversify your strategy or you want to diversify your accounts, but you are diversifying your accounts, from the same person who owns these 10 companies.
Yeah.
So instead, try to diversify between firms who are actually genuine. Go
Yeah,
out, check their dashboard. You don't have to go and ask customer care. Just go out, check their dashboard. You can find a difference, and you have to diversify between these firms, which
Well-
can safeguard you over the long term.
What you're basically telling me is, you're going down the cereal aisle at the grocery store and you're like, I'm going to diversify the types of cereal I have in my cupboard, right? And you go down and it's all General Mills. And then you're like, I'm going to get Fruit Loops, Frosted Flakes. I'm going to get, Lucky Charms. And it's all the same sugary bullshit, right?
Yes,
All made by the same guy. And there's no
Yes.
no difference. It's just different color, right? So if
Yes.
you get banned from one, you're banned across
Yeah.
the board.
yes. So you have to try to diversify between these firms firstly.
Yeah.
Else, you are making it hard for yourself.
Yeah, right on. Someone asked if you were to start over, what would you do differently?
Okay, if I would have never watched ICT for more than 7 months in my life, 8 hours daily.
You said ICT?
Yes, 7 months, 8 hours daily.
Wow. And did it work?
Um, right now I'm using the basic strategy of market strategy, break order block, and FBG. That's it. So you can say no.
You can say
It was
no.
waste of my time. It was waste of my time.
You know what I find difficult about ICT is there's a lot to it. And if you
I agree.
simplify it, it'll be easier, right?
Agree.
Exactly. I think a lot of traders, they come into the market, and maybe you can say if this was your same journey too. They come into the market, they start doing okay because they see it's going up and they buy, and then it goes down and they sell, right?
Yeah.
And then they're like, okay, I want to learn more about this and I want to make some real
Yes.
mad money, right? So they start looking into like SMC, ICT, all these like strategies, right? And then it gets really complicated, right? And then they get
Agree.
really bad, but they think that they're smart and they're like so close, right? And then eventually they either quit or they simplify it again, and then they do the dumbest, littlest thing. They're like, okay, it's going up, so I buy again, right?
Yeah.
And they don't have all of these like rules in place, because the rules is what messes you up.
Yes. Agree.
Right on.
Yeah, it can be quite tough with overcomplicating for sure. See any other questions here, Hunter?
Yeah, I'm getting a lot of like super specific trading questions, which I'm trying to get more stuff about like the industry, since AJ probably knows a ton. Um, what's
Okay,
what,
guys,
what
let's. Yes.
what's your feeling on sustainability in this industry? Any thought on that? Moses is
Okay.
there.
No, I think the if we talk about futures industry, it's pretty much stable, but I think there is some kind of more storms that is going to come up like in the next few years for the forex specific industry,
More
forex
more
CFD based prop industry.
more firms, eh?
Most more firms and more what I can say hurdles and more issues
Okay. What sort of
because
trends have you started seeing emerging over this past year?
for the prop firms,
Yeah.
influencer based scam prop firms,
Scams.
influencer based scam prop firms.
Oh, I see. I would have had to say that that's actually on the decline, because I think last year it was really bad, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. Jeez.
Yes.
You're seeing more of that coming back out now.
Oh yeah, because we get mails from so many influencers who are launching their firm.
Wow. Okay,
So
I see. Interesting. So, how are you filtering personally who you put on your site, and who you believe is gonna? I assume everyone on your site you vetted, or
okay, so I got a team who manages each and everything, but there is a SOP for everything. For everything, let's start from how we onboard, how we do each and everything. So on our side, we have categories. So one category is trusted category. These are the firms that always comes on top, and this trusted category it's very much hard for the firms to get this particular tag
yeah,
because you can find information for about more than 400 firms on our site, but only 22 firms have this tag of trusted category on our website out of these 300 firms. So we look at so many things, which includes sentiments, how old the firm is, who is the CEO, where are they based, are they
yeah,
actually genuine or not. We have a meet with them. There are so many things which goes behind the scene. So yeah, and we also try to go deep to find out which are the shell companies behind the particular firm.
right on.
Sure.
So trusted is you guys really going through, looking at all of their backgrounds, everyone who runs it, you know,
Yes.
looking at payout history, looking at
Yes.
reviews.
Mhm. And
Right.
for this, I would like to add one thing. If you go to our site and if you even go to the web history and if you check the many major firms which have recently went down were never in our trusted list. You can find them on
Yeah.
the listed on our competitor site, but you will never find those firms. And even if you go through our tweets, we were always cautioning our users from 2023, 2024 that these particular firms are going to go down, stay, or I can say, aware, and then eventually these firms actually went down.
Wow. Okay. Um, so here's the question. Has there been any firm that you thought on the surface, wow, this is a great firm, and then they failed the trusted badge review?
Uh, yes, there are many.
There are
You
many.
can, there
And
are many.
name them. Name them.
Unfortunately, I can't name them. Else I will be served with a legal notice.
Yeah.
because I have faced it previously. So I try avoid controversies now.
Yeah. So a Maven is trusted, I assume, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
there is a firm with green logo and starts and ends with EL. Now you guys can guess.
I'm not even going to try to figure that out now.
I won't hint a lot.
Okay. Cool. We're wrapping up here. Maybe a couple more questions.
Guys,
James,
feel
have you
free to
seen
ask
anything?
about prop firms.
Sorry.
Guys, feel free to ask about prop industry.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see if we can get. How does trusted prop guarantee payouts? Do you have any payout guarantee?
Yes, we do have payout guarantees with a few firms, and Maven Trading is one of those firms.
Yeah.
So what happens with payout trading is we ask the trader to give us the complete, what I can say, trade history. So it's not just the right click export. It's you can see on Master we have a detailed history of the trades. So we ask the
Sure.
trader to submit those reports. At the same time, we contact the pro firm also for those particular things, and then we try to resolve it. And we have the 99% success rate for this payout guarantee thing.
Mm,
But the conditions applies only when you use our coupon code or our link.
Ah, yeah, that makes
This is
sense.
something.
will there be new review companies that give better reviews to firms that pay them and rank them higher on the prop firm? You guys don't accept payment for higher ranks, do you?
No, we don't.
Yeah. What's your take on paid advertising in the review
Okay, I think there
space?
is. If you honestly ask me, I think there is nothing wrong, because even if you ask me as a review site, everyone needs to diversify their own sources of revenue.
Mhm.
So paid advertising is something which I believe is not wrong, but whom we are promoting is something which can be a question.
I see. James, what do you see popping up here? We got a couple
Yeah,
more
and
maybe.
let's have a look at different guarantees. Yeah,
Any
we
payout
spoke
denial
about
from free
guarantee
prop.
payout. A lot of other trading questions as well.
What do you think about the ethics of prop trading? Moses is
Sorry.
asking. Moses had a couple good questions this chat. The ethics of prop firm trading. Do you think it's an ethical business model for prop firms to profit when traders lose?
What's the other way prop firms can profit from?
You think it's not possible to run a prop firm business without being the counterparty to their losses? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. It's very
Oh,
hard.
well, I mean, everyone speaks about that in terms of, but like, if you just go if you deposit in a broker and you can't make money, it's going to be the same thing as well.
Yeah.
Personally, like, yeah.
Yeah, I think the summary there though, Moses, is hey, it's a business that people want, and
Yeah.
business needs to make money, otherwise they go under, right?
Yeah.
So you're
It's
you're
the same.
supplying a service for someone.
It's
right?
the same as it's the same as alcohol and drugs. It's a service that
Yeah.
it probably could also kill you and not great for you, but some
Yeah.
people are still going to use it, right? So
Yeah.
Agree.
Hey,
And
the difference though, James, is I don't think there's any benefit to
no.
partying and drinking. The, the, ben, the,
and even
ben, the benefit of trading is if you get good at drinking,
Correct.
you're not making a career
Yeah.
out of it.
No.
agree. And one more thing, the people who think that prop firms are wrong here should also know that tier one brokers, tier one forex brokers, they
Yeah.
will also book you initially,
Yeah.
and they will never book you until and unless you trade with them for years or even months or years. So everyone is doing it. It's not just prop firms.
I have a friend that he runs a brokerage, traditional brokerage, is 100% a book, and
Yeah.
I fully believe him on this. And I'm like, why would you do that, right?
Mhm.
That you're leaving money on it. It makes no sense to be copy trading everyone. And his answer is quite interesting, is because now he's incentivized to make the trader better. So all he collects is the commission, so he basically makes no money, right? It's not a very profitable business. But the reality is, if he then starts incorporating training modules to make the traders better, they scale up and they use more and more lots, and then he makes more money over time. I think it's more or less silly because it doesn't actually do that much, but it's an interesting business model that you can do, but you're just not going to be very profitable.
I agree.
Yeah. And the same sort of thing could happen in the prop firm space. Is you could A-book everyone, but the reality is your challenge is going to be incredibly difficult because you're only going to want, a couple percentage of people passing the challenge,
Yes.
right?
I think this is something where futures industry is, having more profitable traders, and they can ebook more traders compared to what we have at the CFD industry.
Mm-hmm. Right on. Okay. Cool. What's worse, slow payouts or bad fills? What do you think,
Slow
AJ?
payouts,
Slow
slow payouts,
payout.
of course.
Okay. Cool. Guys, that's our time. I think we're going to be back next week with a different guest. Thanks for tuning in. Every single Tuesday, we're going to have a different guest here, 11 a.m. EST. AJ, do you want to plug anything at the end here? Is there anything else you wanted to ask or anything else you want to talk about that we didn't actually touch on?
No, but before ending this podcast, I would like to say all the traders, please don't overtrade. And if you are at a situation where you are unable to buy a challenge, or unable to, let's say, afford a challenge, I would suggest support Maven, support us, and definitely we can promise you that if you support us, we can get your challenge for free from our end.
Right on. Hey, that's very
am,
generous of you, man.
am I right, Hunter?
We do a lot. We do a lot of giveaways.
Yes.
Yeah, we can hopefully help out a couple of people to try trading. That's the topic. AJ, beautiful soul here that has recently moved to Dubai, made an absolute killing for himself trading and running this industry here. A guy that clearly has the best interests of traders in mind. So check out the Trusted Prop, where you can get some information there. Cool. Do you have a social media you want to plug at the Trusted Prop?
And guys, like this video, and I'm going to bring Hunter on my podcast, Hunter and James both on the
Exactly.
Trusted Podcast.
Yeah, we'll fly out there to your podcast eventually. Okay.
Okay.
The winner of the 50K is Moses. Open up a ticket in Maven Discord. Okay.
Nice.
Thanks, Moses. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you guys next week.
Thanks, guys.